I'm C.S. Mathos. I was born into a secular family on August 1, 1992, in Pennsylvania. My mother was a Christian and as a child attended a Quaker church. At a church camp she was literally turned away from her religion by a pastor who preached Armageddon all the time. She remained secular for the rest of her life, really. She was more agnostic, not really atheist like I was. I was surprisingly logical as a child and reasoned that it was impossible for a God to exist. I didn't care about religion at the time. I had an obsession with dinosaurs and wanted to learn more and more about them. I remember that the T-Rex weighed 7 tons, herbivorous triceratops that protected its young by forming a circle and fighting off predators, and a velociraptor, capable of running at 120 kilometers per hour. Obviously I was ridiculed when my love of paleontology didn't abate. It diminished, somewhat, when I became interested in dragons and the like. The insults didn't affect me much because I was always in an emotional shell, keeping in my head the things I really wanted to say. When I spoke, I was honest, soft-spoken and didn't have much to say, because I didn't trust people and liked my imagination more than the real world. Even when the September 9th attacks happened, I didn't say much and I didn't react. I wasn't scared in the slightest. I thought the word, Muslim, was a term for an ethnic group and I only cared about the Iraq War when innocent people were raped in that Abu Ghraib prison scandal. Even then I got over it and was annoyed when it appeared repeatedly on the news. When I came out of my shell, in 5th grade, I fought with people about religion and politics. I believed there was hypocrisy in Christianity, which was the only religion I could think of at the time. When I reached the age of 13, I received insults and took them seriously. I was depressed, my grades were only acceptable and at that time I wasn't interested in anything. I decided that I needed a religion. I didn't look for one. I just believed that there was a God and, because of my bitterness, I blamed him for my problems. I started paying much more attention to politics, forgot about religion and started reading books about Hitler and World War II. I was very interested in World War II, Nazism and, increasingly, communism. All my life I'd been told that communism was a failed ideology, but I wanted to learn the other side of the argument, the side of the communists. I picked up the Communist Manifesto, read wiki articles, researched Communist Party materials and joined the Marxist movement. I found myself actually fighting for something, a truly free and just, equal and united society. I got involved with the movement and joined a group. I won't give its name. I only told people I was a communist when they asked. You can't imagine how much someone can be ridiculed for being a communist. I don't want to talk about it. It's too depressing. I cried at the dinner table because of the torment caused by my classmates. I just needed a religion. I tried Christianity, but quickly left. Too many contradictions, sectarianism and hypocrisy. I looked everywhere, from Christianity to Greek mythology. I finally decided to research Islam, taking into account the prejudices of war and the possibility that I could actually be killed by someone for being a follower of that religion. I gave up on everything else and said to myself, the last thing you should be thinking about is Islam. Just pick up a Quran and read it. It might be what you're looking for. I bought the Quran from a website and received it in the mail 5 days later. It was dark green, so dark I thought it was black, with a beautiful leather binding and gold printing. I started reading it and soon saw that it had nothing to do with what was portrayed on TV. I saw that there was only one God and no one else to worship but him. I saw that and wanted to join the religion. I searched the internet for information on how to pray and found www.islamreligion.com. I saw How to convert to Islam and become a Muslim, in the menu. I decided that learning to pray was for later and that I needed to convert. I needed to submit to God. Now, I found the Shahada and wrote it down. Then I did the Shahada and became a Muslim. As soon as I did, the pain in my heart was relieved and I felt truly happy. God has been good to me and I try to pray to Him 5 times a day. However, due to the circumstances of the prejudices of war, intolerance and sectarianism of other people, I have to practice my religion in secret. I pray to God in the morning, at noon, at sunset, in the evening and between 11 p.m. and midnight. When I can drive, I go to the nearest mosque every Friday. My mother doesn't know I'm a Muslim. I'll tell her when I'm ready or when I'm grown up and living somewhere else or at university. I pray that God will keep me away from unbelief and help me become the best Muslim I can be, while practicing in secret. If my mother is reading this, try to understand my religion before passing judgment. Let me practice my religion in peace, without your ironies and jokes, which are hurtful. I've been practicing Islam for a week, I think. I've lost track of time. To the non-Muslims reading this, I suggest you read the Quran and become a Muslim. May God's peace and blessings be upon you.